Good afternoon. Good good morning. Good evening. Hey, wherever you might be in the world. Hey, this is the Tommy Temper Show. I'm Tommy Temper. And welcome, all of you curmudgeons out there, troglodytes, bourgeoisie, proletariat, whatever you might be, whatever you might believe in, whatever, or whoever you might be, whatever kind of politics that you believe in. We've got some amazing news so far here. Let's first of all hear from Trump, though. Let's get us set up for this whole thing here.
Quote, fake news. Fake news. You are fake news. It's all fake news.
But is it?
Fake news. It's
not all.
Stuff. It didn't happen.
Okay, yeah, don't tell me I'm going to be having lost audio problems here. Anyways, yeah, good to see everyone. Let's say hi to everyone in the house here today. We've got a smooth operator in there. Good to see you. Hey, nice seeing you in the chat. We got Jonathan North. Oh, Jonathan North Store Bum. Okay, that's Jonathan North's troll. I don't know. I might have seen Jonathan North on my channel here maybe once or twice or something like that. Ms. Frosty, good to see you. Dashing Grandma, Pam from Customer Service, Moon over Miami. Hey, this is a pretty big broadcast here. Everyone else in there, good to see you. We've got the big story here today. The Biden story. Of course, over the past few days, Trump has been pretty big in what's going on. And now we've got Biden that has finally come out. And I was kind of dubious as to whether or not this was going to happen. I thought that he would be stubborn enough to not bow down. But it appears that as if Biden has bowed down. So let's check out the story here. This is it. Let me bring it up here and we'll go over the story here. First of all, what it is we've got a letter here. And it is from Joseph Biden. You can see at the top there. Just hang on. Let me just move this a little bit here. Okay. As you can see, this is the letter from Joseph R. Biden Jr., dated July 21st, 2024. And today's date is July 21st. So this came out here today. My fellow Americans, over the past 3.5 years, we have made progress. Notice he uses that progress term. That's like a lefty term where it's actually regress, right? The term progress should actually be regress. But anyways, he's using that lefty term right in the very first sentence here. Progress as a nation. Yeah, right. There's a lot of things that you brought in that I would say would be regressive. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We've made historic, well, you've pretty much always had, the strongest economy in the world. Doesn't really, you can change presidents and, that'll shift to some degree, but is it a better place to live with you in there after your 3.5 years? I don't know, but they're kicking you out. Everyone wants to kick you out. So they managed somebody, I think Obama, it must have been, do you think that it was when Obama gave him the old phone call, the phone call, hey Joe, yeah, I think you might be pulling the party right down and having you're leading us right down, into the toilet. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation. Oh yeah, the Build Back Better. That's the Biden plan, the Big Back Better thing. Right, we know all about it. Okay, we've, let's see. We're in lowering prescription drug costs for seniors and expanding affordable health care to record number of Americans. We provided critically needed care to 1 million veterans and exposed to toxic substances. Oh, that's good. Passed the first gun safety law in 30 years, appointed the first African-American woman to the Supreme Court, and passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead the world than we are today. Well, the African woman thing, like the cream will always rise to the top. You don't just appoint somebody or put somebody in there because of their color or their sex or anything. I think you should choose the best person for the job, regardless of who it is. I'm not, okay, if you would have hired a woman, a white woman, would you be talking about that? Probably not. But on the other hand, good to see that African women are, excelling in politics. It's just sad to see that in some cases, the only way that they're actually there is because they were, put there, propped up. But are they actually doing a really good job for the country? Well, that's, a different story. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic. Yeah, right. With lockdowns and all kind of stuff for a couple of years there, plus blowing a whole ton of money, paying people to stay at home, which that in itself is what really, really caused a lot of inflation. And then you had the government printing money, and then they had to raise the interest rates in order to cover for the inflation that was happening because of all that foolishness. But anyways, that's the way it goes. And we've revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. While actually I think that Biden really hasn't been speaking very nicely, well, or at least he hasn't been cooperating. He hasn't been, like, for example, Putin. Biden and Putin, are they talking about what's going on there? What about China? Things like that. I don't know if they're really good friends or talking or whatever. Who knows? Let's see what else we have here. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president, and while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe that it is in the best interest of my party and in the country for me to stand down. Stand down. Yeah, right. They told him to stand down, and he's actually using that exact terminology. Biden, you better stand down or else. You're going to take the Democratic Party right down into the toilet. So stand down, Joe. Okay. I'll stand down. Okay. Yes, Obama. I don't know how it happened there, but it seemed almost like the last straw was when he got the call from Obama, right? It's like, yeah, previous president of the United States telling him to stand down. Yeah, well, maybe that's what really broke the camel's back, as they say. That's funny. But anyways, I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. Okay, well, yeah, we'll be kind of looking forward to that. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all of those that have worked so hard to see me reelected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris. Is she going to be the one that's going to take over for Joe? Uh-oh. Is she going to win? Who knows? The polls are all pointing to Kamala as being the next person in charge. And, well, other than Michelle Obama, which she's already said no. Well, he, she, whatever. I'm not sure, the BS on that. It's almost like the Trudeau-Castro thing there. Yeah, that's actually all fake. Okay, but anyways, let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you have placed in me. There you go. I believe today what I always have. There is nothing America can't do. When we do it together, we just have to remember we are the United States of America. And that's signed by Joe Biden. That's how he signs his name right there. And, well, what do you think of the whole deal here? What do you think of the story? Is it a story? Is there anything to this? Wow. Big news, big news. All over the world, for that matter. It's the Joe letter. Big news. Joe is out. Let's look at the chat. Trouble with my audio here today. So I'm not sure how my thing will go here today. But anyways, looking good. Wait. Miss Frosty in there saying, hi, Tommy. Looking good. Breaking news. Smooth operator. Dashing grandma. Good to see you. Pam from customer service. Got Moon over Miami. Big ups there, bro. Smooth operator saying hi to everyone there. Good to see you there. Smooth operator. Moon, what's happening today? You taking a trek or something like that? Sinful Toaster. La Rata. Hot damn, how you doing? It's Elaine in there. Club Fillers. Hey, how's Barry doing there, by the way? In the building. Yeah, Barry never goes anywhere. Barry's like It was too much of a workout to go walking around here. When I get home, I'm just gonna go whatever, lay down, not even surf around or say hi to any other people on the internet. Definitely getting some computer problems here today. Audio dropping. I can't believe this. I mean, I gotta configure my audio better here. Yeah, I hope the video is working here. But my audio is dumping in and out on me here. It's probably that Microsoft thing that happened. It's messed up my computer here. Who knows? Fairly certain we're going to have get the ass end of whatever happens. Sean Little. Got Pinky in here. Do you hear how often my audio is crapping out on me here? Let's see. I hope I still have audio here. Hang on. Check one. Yeah, I still have audio. But I was messing around with my audio here, and I think I'm going to add one more piece of software here to mess up the thing even more. We'll see what happens. Let's see, what else can we get into here? So that's the big story, which I did not want to see that happen. If you are a supporter of Trump or a Republican, you did not want to see this happen. This is not a good thing. This is terrible. Okay? I know everyone was saying, yeah, I want to see Biden gone or whatever. Yeah, you don't want to see him as president, but you did want to see him as the leader of the Democrat Party. And it was actually unfortunate that he has stepped down here now, because he will be replaced with somebody that has more potential of winning than he does, which is bad. This is not good news at all. So you might think it's good news, but if you're a Democrat, you think it is good news. It absolutely is great news if you're a Democrat. If you're a Republican, terrible news. Very bad. Do you hear how my audio is crapping out about once every minute or so? This is not going to work out well. I'm at the mercy of my computer here, which is malfunctioning. So that's the big news. I would like to go on a little bit further here, but I have to fix my computer problem. Let me just look at the chat here a little bit and see who else is in here to say hi to everyone. Got Bud Files in there. Hey, Bud Files, how you doing? New Age Barbarian. Hey, what's happening? Nice to see you. You're doing some good clip jobs there. Unfamiliar feces. Smooth Operator says Camilla doesn't have a chance in hell. She received 3% of the vote against Biden 4 years ago. Celebrate the good times. ACB. Installed for a few months. You think so? You think Joe? Yeah, exactly. He'll have to resign right now for her to. For a vote to take place, for her to get voted in instead of Joe, right? So Joe will have to step down. She'll get voted in by the Dems, by the party, to be the new leader, and then she can continue on with the politicking, which in itself is going to throw a big wrench into the whole thing. It's going to waste so much time. It's going to be, by the time they figure out who's going to be the leader of the Dem party, the vote will already be happening. What do you think? Hey, you guys know each other there. Club Filler, New Age, good to see you. You guys know Kelly, Nitro, some of the heavy hitters. Barry. Ben Newton. Oh, don't go over and talk to Ben Newton because he'll like try and tell you that he's going to do you in or something. Not good. Who's that? Not good, Dan? Democracy's done for as we know it. That's funny. Kathy Schwartz. Nice to see you from Ohio. This is the big one. It's Biden. That's it. Is toast. Biden is toast, just like my computer here. Not working at all, so it's going to give up the ghost. Endorsed cackling Kamala. Yeah, exactly. Now she's going to be the leader. Well, that's going to be funny. Should be good. Mayhem and Miracles. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. There's a if you have a channel and you want to get a shout out by somebody, get a shout out by Mayhem and Miracles. There. By the way, my bot is working there, so if you want to drop your link there, just type the word link in there while you have a chance to. Camu Worms, what's up? What's Trump going to run against now that Hunter Biden is irrelevant? That's a good point. You bring up a good point there, Cam. Yeah, because that was a really good negative talking point against the Democrat Party was Hunter Biden. I know. Well, we used it all the time. I used it. It was, or not, didn't use it, but talked about it. And it was sort of like a ha-ha type thing. It wasn't really Biden, but it was his son, but it was the money. And maybe if Biden steps down, maybe the justice system will actually take, look into it. And if Hunter and Biden, both of them, Joe and Hunter, are found guilty, well, I believe they need investigation. There's more to that story. Like you're saying that it's what, you think it should just disappear? No, I think that justice system should investigate that whole thing. They've had hearings and stuff like that on Hunter in Congress. I've heard tons and tons of evidence that they sputtered off of different numbered companies and stuff like that, of where they were funneling money and stuff like that. Yeah, more needs to happen there. But you're right, because it's not going to be a mainstream talking point because Biden will be gone. And it's going to be, okay, now better start digging up the garbage on Camilla, so you got something to talk about. Michael will be a VP pick. Biden's officially a lame duck. Jim, watch and see what the stock market does tomorrow. Doom and gloom. Yeah, if the stock market, and if you're an investor and you think, oh no, we thought for sure Trump was going to win, and now there's a chance that Trump might not win. So the scared investors are going to go, uh-oh, pull money out, whatever, scared of having money invested in the stock market. And the stock market will drop. You'll see the indexes drop. So that's what Jim is referring to. It's a possibility that might happen. Or has the stock market already built the price already in, where it's sort of a booming economy and they don't care what the hell happens with the Dems that Trump is getting in. You've got that thought as well. So yeah, interesting thought there. Jim Nalgren with the thought process going on there. Portland scummy. What's happening? She. Yeah. Linda Lou. Good to see you. Kathy Schwartz in there. Sorry for the audio problems that I'm having here. Just before I went live, let's see, how can I do this better? Select your speaker, cable A. What else can I select that would make it better so it wouldn't crap out on me? Hang on. Let me try cable D. And then I'll have to switch it in StreamYard here. Hang on. D. Okay. Oh, okay. Now I'm on D, but now I don't have any audio on my headphone. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's not going to be good. Okay, let me switch back to cable A. Oh, D is going out to you guys, okay. Okay. Let's hope it sticks a little bit better here. I don't know. I'm just having real crappy problems with my audio here today. So sorry for that. D in there. Thanks a lot. Let's go camel toes. That's funny. Sean. What's that? You're going to see one party in a state of absolute desperation. I won't say which one. Yeah, exactly. Stephen Yarnell. What the Biden-Obama admin has done is nothing short of embezzlement, stealing from the taxpayer, and giving to foreign nations like the Ukraine. There's a thought on that, says Stephen. Dashing Grandma. Afraid someone will take advantage of it. Portland Scummy. What's happening? Hey, what's happening with Portland Andy these days? How's he going? How's he doing? He's been live quite a bit there lately. Doing his thing. Still fighting with the audio here. I want to install another audio product that might solve my problem once and for all. But it never fails that I figured I had it all set up, and then the moment I go live, then things start going weird on me here. Something wrong with him besides COVID. Well, do you remember? I think it was a setup. Whether he has COVID or not, I don't know. But if he does have COVID is nothing more than at this moment in time, the harmful side effects of COVID have pretty much diminished, right? So it's, you know, anybody getting a common cold these days probably is getting some, you know, form of COVID. But, you know, are people dying from it? I don't believe so at this moment. Side effects are, you know, have diminished a lot since the original one was out. Mayhem, what's up? Interstate, what's happening? Bye-bye, President Diaper Rash. Yeah, exactly. Hey, good to see you there, Interstate. Today's a great day. Big ups from Texas. Good to see you. Portland Andy. Portland Scummy, I should say. It's a takeoff name from Portland. I don't know if you use that in his channel. Probably doesn't mind it. Why are people celebrating Mr. Biden dropping out? WW3 is going to happen now. No, yeah, right. Just like when Trump was president last time, there was no threat of World War III. In fact, there's more threat of World War III. Yeah, probably from now till November, if Biden is replaced by somebody else or something else goes sideways. That's why there's potential problem with WW3. Hang on, let me put that stupid thing over there. If I put it over here. There. I'm just trying to put that button in a more convenient. So when I lose audio, I can bring it back up easier. Super salty. Strange stuff happening. Not good, Dan says a sad day for our country. Trump 2024 says salty. Biden endorses Kamala. Yeah, well, of course. You know, it's like Trump endorsing Vance on the other end there. Misunderstood. Trump for jail. Not everyone agrees with what's going on. Some people are still on the Dem side, on the Republican side. You know, it's okay. It's okay to be on one side or the other. But to try and say that you need to take out a, runner for the president is despicable. That is like not 2024. But it is 2024, isn't it? It's like all the rhetoric, all the name calling and all the, oh yeah, he's going to, damage the country and all the rest of it there. And people start getting really scared and start doing things that are like crazy. And that's what happened. Did Donnie's Band-Aid finally fall off his ear yesterday? I think it was a pretty serious injury. I think he's still probably wearing that little Band-Aid there. Lynn Smith, get ready, Project 2025. Can of worms is not for Trump. Linda Lou says FJB. Good to see you there, Interstate. Hit that link. Oh, actually, I haven't seen my Nightbot in there. Oh yeah, Nightbot is in there. Okay, Nightbot's working. Yeah, Super Salty, I agree with you. He was forced to step down, which is not democracy at all. But maybe it is democracy because most of the people around him, like sort of a democracy of people, right? Most of the people around him is kind of a democracy. So they sort of ad hoc voted him out and wait until they have a convention, a Dem convention, and then they go for voting somebody else in there. But he had to resign, and everyone is saying, well, it was kind of seemed to happen right after Obama talked to him. So, yeah, there you go. Frosty, as long as people keep voting for the red and blue, nothing changes. There we go. There, we're getting some links out there now. Looking good. I'm having really bad audio trouble here. And it has to do with the way I have things set up here. If you can envision this in your head, my audio comes from this microphone, goes into a piece of hardware called a Rodecaster Pro 2. From there, the audio goes into a piece of software called Voice Mod. And from Voice Mod, it goes through an audio cable to another piece of software called OSB. And from OSB, it goes with another audio cable to StreamYard. So do you see all of those potential problems? Any one of those connections, any one of those audio cables, it's all interconnected. And it doesn't work really well, put it that way. I'm not happy with it. It's a computer. We're talking about Microsoft. We're talking about other people's products. You're talking about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. When it works, it's really good. It works great. But when it breaks down, which is what's happening to me here right now, which is for some reason a piece of software maybe needs a reload or something in there, it's gone wonky on me. So I'll have to work on my computer a little bit here. Maybe come up with a little different way other than an audio cable A, B, and C, and work with Rode product, maybe a piece of Rode. I'm going to try a piece of Rode software. See if I can fix that. Yeah, please don't attack people in the chat there if you can. Try and get along there if you can. We're getting hit with another wave of runs the emergency room. He said every day it's packed with people with COVID. Lasts longer than the other waves. Really? Is that right, Jim? Yeah, well, what's your info from your buddy? I don't know that I've heard anything like that, on the mainstream media about hospital rooms being full and that kind of thing. I do, like where we have our reporting system here in my province, I don't see where I've had any kind of a medical anything come out saying that the hospitals are being inundated or something, Seems like things are normal here. But, you never know. No one's being attacked. People are responding to her comment. There you go. So don't worry about it. Yeah, anyways, don't attack. But you respond to a comment, that's okay. Sounds good. No personal insults and stuff like that. Yeah. And if you have somebody that is using somebody else, doxing them, or anything like that, then what you want to do is boot them out of here. If there's any doxing names, if you have a screen name or something that's offensive, don't bother coming in here, because you might probably get a ban or a bare minimum timeout, 24-hour timeout. So then you'll have to change your name if you come back in here again. And you know what that's like, changing your name. You can only change your name a couple of times, right? Well, or over a period of time. You change it, and then you got to wait a bit of time there before you can change the name. TB Pete. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Let me check our live here. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Audio sounds good. Check our live here. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Audio sounds good. Okay, yeah. I see, Brett, you took care of that offensive name there. Sounds good. This chat is fascinating, says Portland. Controlling behavior. Yeah, well, you knew that stuff like that was going to happen. But, you don't want to use offensive anything in any chat. Okay. Would be a good thing. Okay, so what else are we talking about here today? We've got that whole thing going on. I can bring me in here and just hang on a second. Let me see what else we were looking at. So you got the Biden thing where he's basically down. And you've got the whole thing going on with Trump. And just hang on a second here. Just let me do a quick update here. We'll talk about Trump for half a second here. Okay, and we'll bring up more info here for you. Yeah, this is the other story that's kind of interesting here. Is the Trump story, and the story that there potentially could be a second shooter, or like when you heard all of the gunshots going off, right? The gunshots. Okay, so to go over that, it sounded to me and to a lot of other people that have analyzed the gunshots that there were 3 shots that happened at the very beginning. And the very first shot was the one that clipped Trump's ear. And it also hit somebody else in the stands. And it was not the fireman, but it was somebody else. And I believe it hit him in the arm. And then that same bullet hit the rail on the stands. Okay, so that was the very first bullet. Remember, everything I'm saying here is conjecture, right? Based on video evidence and listening to other people and their comments. And a lot of experts in that have gotten into the whole thing here. But anyways, the first bullet was that one. Okay, and then there were two more from that same shooter. And if you listen to the audio, and the audio has been gone over by audio forensic experts, and they're coming up with, because of comparing audio recorded from various locations, they can determine whether the shots came from the same gun, same location, or different gun, different location. You know how you can line up, because sound travels, right? It takes time for sound to travel. So depending on the amount of time that the sound takes from the gun shooting, because you got sound that comes right from the gun, you can make a judgment as to how far that gun was away, for example, from the microphone that was recording it. And if there was a microphone right near Trump, well, then you can determine how far that gun was from where Trump was. So there's things like that that are happening. Yeah, John says Putin ordered a second shooter. So the first three shots are, I believe, from the guy, from the 20-year-old kid. And I'm just going to refer to him as a 20-year-old kid because, you know, I don't want to keep repeating his name. But he was you guys know who I'm talking about. The guy that they shot in the head on the top of that building. The building that was not supervised by anyone, apparently. The roof, anyway. So the first three shots were from him. Then there were apparently 5 shots. There was like bam, 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 bam. You know, really quick, like rapid fire. Bam, 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 bam. And that came from a different gun. Okay, but from the same gun, like gun B. So the first 3 shots, gun A. Next 5 shots, gun B. And then you have differing comments on this. There was either 1 or 2 shots after that. And it's kind of a little bit hard to tell, but there was definitely 1 shot that after the very first shot, the one that clipped Trump's ear, 15 seconds later was the last shot, which apparently was the shot by the sniper, right? The government sniper, let's call him. Okay, that was located to the right of where Trump was standing, if you're looking at the stage. And there was 2 groups of snipers up there. One couple of snipers were to the left, and the other to the right. The ones to the left did not have a clear view of the kid, but the sniper that was over to the right of Trump had a clear view of the kid and took a shot at him, and I believe took him out. But that's only conjecture. We don't know that for sure. We don't know that for sure because there's this other theory, and the other theory is the water tower. Okay, and hang on a second here. Let me just bring this up here so that it is at least here to where you can see it. Hang on. Okay, where is the water tower here? Okay, here we go. Sorry, I was doing that live. I thought I was doing that in the background. Okay, so anyways, what nobody's even talking about is right here, this water tower. I'll put it in the middle of the screen here. I'll just move the screen around there. Right in the middle of the screen is the water tower. Okay, and if you see, I'll give you the bit of the description of the lines on this diagram here. The the yellow lines are the sound of the tower. And my sound is pretty crappy. But what it's referring to is where they were listening to the sounds, and they use recordings that are located at those two locations there for the yellow lines of the sound. The red line is where, believe it or not, people are saying that there might have been somebody shooting from that water tower. For what? You notice that we don't see a red line towards where Trump is, and Trump is right here. Okay, you see where those two white buildings are, and then you see where the lines intersect in front, the red and the yellow line. That's where Trump was standing right there. So you've got the red lines, which are the bullets, and you've got the whole situation that people are saying now is that you could possibly have had somebody on top of that water tower that might have been there to shoot at people at the event, or might have been there to shoot at the kid that was on top of the building. You can see it's right in the middle of the screen there right now. That's where the kid was shooting from the top of the building. So that's kind of the conspiracy theory that's out there now, is that we've got multiple shots that have happened, and basically nobody's really talking about anything. I don't see any government official coming out and saying, this is what we found so far. It's like people that are sitting in their houses, whatever, doing stuff like this, like we see here, conjecture and things like that, where they're coming up with the audio evidence, where you can hear the actual bullets. And if you listen to it, and actually I was watching one broadcast there yesterday where the guy actually had the graph of the shots, of the sound of the shots, and was going over all of the echoes and the actual recoils, the sound from breaking the sound barrier, and all of the things that happen when a rifle is shot, and was really substantiating what was going on. So yeah, I believe there was at least 3 different guns involved. Probably there might even be more. In fact, I even heard from somebody that apparently there might even have been other police officers that might have been shooting, trying to get that guy as well. There's that possibility, maybe coming from some other location. So I don't know what your thoughts are on this whole thing, but this is definitely something that is, it's going to be like the Kennedy thing there, where there's going to be so many conspiracy theories and things like that going on. And, until we have some sort of an investigation into the whole thing, and especially as to what failed, this seems pretty odd that so many failures happened with this whole thing. And, you want to get into timelines of when they knew that there was something happening. They knew that this guy was a problem guy on site 30 minutes ahead of time. He was in their watch range. They lost track of him, but then they eventually upgraded it from just being a guy they were interested in to somebody that they were worried that might be causing something. And why at that moment in time that they said, hey, let's not bring Trump on stage. That was a big failure of the whole thing. So we're going to find out what actually is going on there. There were so many people that sort of let the ball go on this whole thing. I don't know what the what the investigation is going to come up with, but even us out here, the people that are just watching what's going on and watching what other people are saying, are kind of amazed here that what has happened has happened. Okay, let me go through with another flip here. Hang on. So let me bring this in here. Okay.
Shot to the left. He killed the gentleman in the water tower there. I told my husband and he said, he went to the bomb. He said, no, before Trump hit the ground, the ear was bleeding. So that sharpshooter went across. Trump turned his head. His ear must have been nipped, and it killed somebody in the stands over to the left.
Could you see anyone injured besides the blood on the former president?
All I saw was the gentleman from Beaver County who spoke earlier in the day, who was running for the State House Representative, Elmore. I know his name. He had a white shirt on, and I saw him come from that left stands where the people were mostly shot. I think there were several. They said 3 medevacs left here. Blood was down the right side of his. He wasn't shot, but you could see that he was next to somebody who must have been bleeding profusely, because he either helped them and ran, rubbed against them, or tried to get them help or something. It was covered. So I knew that he was near somebody. That was my first indication that somebody was actually shot, when I saw his blood on his shirt.
Aaron, when did you realize that, hey, this might not be fireworks, this might be something else?
When they got Trump down on the ground. We were just so concerned that he wasn't hit, because we couldn't. It happens so fast. It's really hard to process it. I guess if you have it on your camera to see the exact minute, you can tell. But when he got up, he did not look bad at all. What I've heard coming out here is now they feel that there was 2 shooters on both sides. So they got the one on the tower on this side, but the one on the right side they never got. So that's why they wanted us.
Katie, hear what she's saying there. The one on the tower. Did you hear what she just said there? This is interviewing a witness out there. So the witness is saying something that's on site there.
On both sides. So they got the one on the tower on this side, but the one on the right side they never got. So that's why they wanted us to leave immediately, because they thought there's still a shooter out there somewhere. So there could be in these woods around Butler. And I feel sad for our country. I feel sad for everybody, you don't like the guy, don't vote for him. Don't kill him. We love the guy. We're going to vote for him.
Cheswick.
What is up with his
Smarten up.
Don't
try and bash people in the chat.
I just
Brett's in the chat there, so he's got a wrench there, so he'll give you a timeout.
He's no longer with us anymore in that tower, and I hope they get the other one too. And I hope they don't nick him. I hope they get him. And he's down.
Yeah. So that might be a bit of a conspiracy there. I don't know. She's saying stuff there, but she is right there on location, so you can't say that it's false. It might be false information. There is that possibility, but it is coming from her mouth that is right there on site. So you have to give her credit for that. 12th Man, hey, good to see ya. 12th Man, hey, Tommy Temper in chat. Happy Sunday. Yes, absolutely. Trying to go over this Trump thing, and now we've got the Biden thing, where Biden has now stepped down, and he's going to have somebody else take over for him, because when COVID will just take you right out of a race. It is just so horrible, so terrible, that getting COVID will take you right out of a presidency or anything there. So apparently it was so terrible that he had to step down. So sad. So sad. It's sad to see that happened. Sad, sad, sad. Oh yeah. There we go. Biden is gone. Biden is gone. He's going to be gone here. Bye-bye, Biden. Now you can put somebody else in your place there. Who's Biden going to put in there? Is it going to be Camilla? I don't know. He'll pick somebody. We'll find out. I don't know, but it's kind of almost like this. This is more like the times. This is a sign of the times right here. Oh, yeah. Is he? Isn't he? Is she? Ooh. Who will be the leader of the Democrat Party? We don't know. We'll find out. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Where's Catwoman? Catwoman! That's right. We'll find out, though. So Joe's out of here. I don't know what we're gonna do, because I won't be able to play any of those Biden clips anymore. You know, these ones here. Oh, actually, that's not a Biden clip. This one. Where is he?
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs.
Yeah, that one gives me a strike. I get a strike from Biden every time I play that one. But hey, Biden, I hear that you're leaving. Right out of your own. Well, we read a letter written by you, apparently, or maybe I don't know if it was penned by you. I doubt if it was penned by you. There's no freaking way that you made that letter, that you wrote that letter. But anyways, good to hear from you, Joe Biden.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Bye-bye, Joe. Bye-bye, Democrats. Bye-bye, Democrats. See you later, Joe.
Biden, and I approve this message.
Okay, there you go.
Once again, Tommy Tempo wins, and the trolls lose big time.
That's right. You can't win them all. Let's find out what happens.
President Donald Trump knows how to make America great. Deal from strength or...
Aha, there you go. There's the Donald Trump song popping in there. Just can't have fun without that. What the heck is that? Okay. Well, I'm almost having fun again here. I'm sort of out of, you get out of touch with your controls and your computer and stuff like that. My computer's breaking down about every minute. My audio craps out on me. But other than that, I'm having fun. I hope you are too. Lisa. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm Canadian. Do I realize that somebody else is going to run? Yes. Tell us about what your thoughts are on who else is going to replace Biden. The chat wants to know. But remember, this is a kind of I would say that we're probably pro-Republican, pro-conservative chat Canadian. I'm Canadian. I'm not American, so I don't really have any say on anything that happens in the States. So, like you're going to go, oh, yeah, foreign interference in the American elections, I'm up front with everything. I'm not like, like a Chinese or Russian coming in with a bot account, whatever, and then peppering you guys with a whole bunch of fake election information, right? Because that's what foreign interference is, right? I'm not promoting fake stuff, but we're talking about the stuff that's out there and showing you. In some cases we're going, I don't know if this is true or not. You guys decide. But at the end of the day, there's stuff out there, and we're just talking about it here. So hang on. Let me get back to this water tower thing here.
Here's the water tower, the infamous water tower. Look, what do you see right there to the left of that ladder? That's another ladder.
Hang on, let me get this in shape here.
The infamous water tower, and there's the glass factory research crap hole. So there we go. There's the ladder, right up.
There is a ladder going all the way up. On the right-hand side near the top, you can see the ladder going up there.
Where that silver thing is, where
and they believe that somebody went to the very top. You see if that little ball is on the top of the tower?
It's easy to figure out.
There's a video out where it shows some kind of movement on the top of that tower. Now that movement,
he shot.
it's really, really hard to say. It looks like a fairly large object, like a person.
Yeah, the guy shot through that.
Other people are saying, well, it might have been like a flock of pigeons or something. But there's there's a video of some kind of motion on top of that water tower. So there's speculation that there might have been somebody up there. Whether or not there was, I don't know.
Ridiculous. Look, this guy lives.
I will say one thing,
So ridiculous.
and that is a very interesting thing that I saw, and that was with regards to
There's not even barbed wire on that side. Left side of that.
yeah, it's like no barbed wire, not protected,
The left side of that silver thing.
not good.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so that's the water tower. Okay, that everyone is talking about. And what's interesting is that the forensics that I saw showed that the shooter on the top of the building, right, the kid, was a certain distance away from the microphone that was right in front of Trump. And the second shooter, shooter B, was a distance that was probably about 75 feet to 85, 90 feet further away from Trump than the kid on top of the building. And if you look at the distances here, you see that the tower is indeed further away from Trump and probably about that distance away. You know, like further away, about almost double the distance. Well, actually more than that. Actually, the number of feet or whatever that I'm saying, don't use that verbatim. But it's definitely further away from the original shooter. And you've got this tower, which is the only other high object that is further away from the whole place, where there may very well have been somebody on top of. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah, most everyone has their own channel around here. Lots of channel owners in here. So, yeah, that's one of the things that we're seeing there. Let me see what else here.
Here it is. Glass research place where this little idiot climbed up and did his shooting. That was the one that hit Trump. So you cannot see the other ladder from this angle, and the logo or whatever is on this side. Okay, the guy climbed up here, then on the, like to the left of that, right to the left of that is another ladder that gets him up to this top part here. That's where he could have easily stood behind and got all the angles that were hitting the bystanders and the snipers. This guy, this rat, from this angle, climbing up on this roof, there is no way he could have hit our snipers on that roof. He could not have seen through the massive line of oak trees. It is impossible. Absolutely impossible. These trees continue. You see that tree right there? That tree, those big, thick trees, he had to shoot through those. Yep, it's all a lie. It's all a lie.
Well, he didn't have to shoot through them if he was on top of the tower. If you're on the ground, yeah. There's one other thing that is really, really, really interesting, and that is with regards to the guy that was shot on the top of the stands there, and if it was the same bullet that hit Trump, that there's an angle, right? And they're saying that the bullet would have to have come from the ground up, and meanwhile the shooter was, kind of at the same height, almost horizontal. But there's a whole bunch of things that are coming into play here that everyone is really, really looking at a lot and trying to figure out. Now you've got bullets, where the bullets landed, they're finding the bullets. And they're also, nobody has said anything about what kind of bullets that they have recovered, what kind of ballistic, whether it's a 22 shell or a 305 or whatever. So that they haven't come up with at all. It's like really the information. You know how the police are. Whenever the police are working on a case, it's like, yeah, we don't have anything. We're not telling you anything. We're not saying anything. It's all private information. They may not release anything and may not have anything come out until some kind of an inquiry actually happens. So, yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, Brett is not being a rogue mod. What he's doing is he is, if anyone is using his own screen name or something, or his own real name as a fake name or something like that, we don't want any doxing going on. And just leave him alone. Don't say anything about Brett. Don't say anything about ABD. And leave those guys alone. And it'll be okay. Right? That's how it works. Wrench abuse. Yeah, but I know that you guys are going to complain about Brett. Okay, so just leave Brett alone. He's an okay guy in my books. Wow. Hang on, where's Brett's song? In fact, Brett actually has a song on my channel. I like that. My audio crops out right at the right time.
A message from the Government of Canada.
There you go. That's for Trudeau. Specifically given a wrench to get rid of trolls, doxing, incessantly attacking me, etc. Exchange your focus. Exactly. That's exactly why, I didn't give Brett a wrench to cause trouble. I gave him a wrench so that he could get rid of any people that are just in there trying to just plain old attack and not go with the program. In other words, if we're talking about Biden or Trump, well, then your chat should be about Biden and Trump, and not about Brett and ABD. You know what I mean? So you got to go with the program here too. Just saying. Well, don't block. Well, yeah, but if people's response is you're trying to call somebody out or is offensive, and remember, I can see all the comments that are happening here. I see everything, and you see everything. So if a comment gets blocked, don't worry, because you saw it already, right? And I kind of laugh at that, where you look at some people's streams and like every second comment gets deleted, but you still get to see it if you're paying attention and you're looking at the chat. You see the comment, then you see it get deleted. So you already know what the comment was, so don't worry about it. No big deal. Yeah, so anyways, the water tower is the other suspect location where there might be something going on there.
Most of which was already spent on extremely dangerous
so we'll have to figure that one out.
The trunk of the car looked like
we've got
narcotics lab.
This girl.
Okay, so I am going to try to explain in detail where I was.
Check this out here.
And what happened to the left of Trump, which would have been to the right of...
Yeah, okay, let's bring this girl in here with this interview. And she was there. How important this is. Let's listen. Okay, hang on, let me rewind it a bit here.
Okay, so I am going to try to explain in detail where I was in front of Trump and what happened to the left of Trump, which would have been to the right of me. First and foremost, let me show you how close I was to put it in perspective. So with Trump facing me, I was to his left, but I was pretty close up there. Now let me show you the bleachers to the left of Trump, but to the right of me. Okay, so there's the bleachers to the left of Trump right there, which was to the right of me. The unaliving happened to the bleachers on the far right side of Trump. I'm over on the far right, or far left. These are the same exact bleachers. These are to the left of Trump. Those shots came from the back. Now watch it in slow motion.
Yeah, okay, right here. What happens, there's a bullet coming. Let's see if I've got this on my stream here. Okay, here we go. The bullet is coming from this direction over here, it actually hits this guy. Thanks a lot for that membership there, 12th man. Big appreciate that. 12th man, you member of the channel here? Trying to demonstrate here what actually happened. The bullet came from this direction, hit this guy that's wearing kind of this flag type shirt right here, and then the bullet ends up hitting this guardrail right here, and you see a kind of a poof that appears over in this area here off of that guardrail. Hang on a second here. Let me move this. Yeah, well, actually, you'll be able to see it here. Okay, hang on. Here it comes. Watch.
They came
right there. Did you see that little poof that happened right there? Let me roll it again here. Right there.
They came from the back. Those bullets came from the back left of Trump. Now let me show you what happened after those shots were fired.
Audio. Hey, thanks a lot there for that membership. 12th man. Here we go.
That was on the left side of Trump, where people are saying that shots were fired from behind the bleachers, and you can clearly see them like telling Secret Service it's from over there, it came from over there, and you can see people looking from behind the bleachers. This timeline of events that I just showed you all came from the left of Trump on my side. I don't know what happened on Corey's side. I don't, and I'm so sorry for what happened to him, but he is not the man that I saw. He's not. Something happened on the left side of the event. And I'm tired of people gaslighting me. I'm tired of people telling me panic and I can't think clearly and I have no idea what I remember. I do. I'm a mother. I had to be super aware of my surroundings. The first shot was farther away, which would have been to the right because I was on the far left. The second shot sounded a whole lot closer, and that's when I was like, oh my gosh, people are shooting everywhere. I have to get these kids on the ground. Stop telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about. Those two men were shot from behind the left side of the bleachers, to the left of Trump. I promise you that. And you can hear people saying that the shooter's over there, the shooter's over there. Probably not the only shooter. I am not a guy on the roof to the right of Trump, because there was. But there was also another. Be for real. Be so for real. You guys cannot take snippets of news and think that they're telling you the whole truth. They haven't all this time. Why? Like, they're not going to start now. There was more than one shooter there that day. I promise you.
Okay. So there's her take, and she's right. What she's saying is that she thinks there was somebody behind the bleachers, okay? And where the kid was not behind the bleachers, but he was beside the bleachers and a little, came in on a sort of a front angle. Whereas behind the bleachers would suggest that there might have been somebody on that water tower, right? Is that water tower the behind the bleacher location that everyone is talking about? I don't know, but there's all kind of, and people are saying to her, we don't believe you, whatever, that kind of thing. Remember, when you're even if you're there, it is still going to be let's see, it is still going to be pretty tough. Okay, here's the top. Here's a look at the top of the water tower. Okay, actually, let me just bring this down a little bit here, and just bring this over a little bit here. Here we are. Okay, so what this is, you can see a couple of different shots here. Here's the water tower magnified here on the very top of it, And here you can see the sloping on the top. And here, this is what we're looking at here. Okay, check it out.
And take a look at what happened.
Okay, did you hear that? Actually, let me increase that volume a bit here. Make sure I have it up all the way. Now, what you're going to hear is like bang, bang, bang. The first 3 shots that everyone is saying came from the kid, which is not on top of the tower. But just as you're listening to the audio that they're playing, at the same time we're watching the video of somebody taking a shot or a video of the top of the water tower, you can see that there's some kind of action going on there. So let's listen again here, just so you know what you're listening and watching for.
And take a look at what happened.
Okay, and or is there any action on top of that water tower when you hear the next 5 shots happen? So you hear 3 shots, which is apparently the kid, 5 shots, which we don't know who that is. You got something happening on top of the water tower, and then 15 seconds after the first shot is going to be the snipers taking out the kid. Or did somebody on the water tower take out the kid? Now, I would expect that if there were 5 shots by the same gun from the same location, they're probably all going to be aimed at the same location. So this is where the conspiracy theory comes in.
That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Look at that. Does that look like somebody on top of the tower? You tell me. Wow. Now, I don't know. Let's see. Interesting angle of the water tower. Now, again, you know, is this faked? This might be faked, and I'm thinking of this here now. Because I don't know anything about this video. Isaac's Army is where this came from. And, you know, it's something coming out like that with some video. Yeah, well, you see him. But is this deep faked? I don't know. So remember, we got to be thinking about that. So I'm not saying this is real. I'm not saying this is true. I'm saying this is on the internet. And this is something that we can look at and we can go, yeah, okay. Let's see whether or not this can be verified by the people that should have actually been on top of that tower. You know what I mean? Let's go back and look at this again.
Take a look at what happened.
Keep wrecking it.
Take a look at what happened.
Sure does look like somebody there, doesn't it? And here, when they really try and break it down a little bit here, you can even see the guy's, looks like a weapon or something in his hand on the right-hand side there. Right there. Possibility.
That chart,
inconclusive, yeah, at best. Exactly.
If you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
No, they didn't have a guy up there. This frickin' audio of mine keeps cutting out. But those 5 shots could have been coming from him up there. You know, it's, like you say, inconclusive, that's for sure. But that's just something else that we're finding on the internet here that is sort of pointing to a conspiracy that nobody is really talking about. So there is a possibility that something happened. And that somebody might have been up there. Let's see what else we can dig up. Wow. Why is that not working now? Okay, there's got to be something else here. Oh, okay, this is it right here. This is the one.
Make a very distinct
that we want to
Here's
look
one
at.
with a very different crack in it. That's the 6th shot in the string, and then here we have the final last one, which I think is the sniper weapon, which is probably the one that put the bullet just over the left eye of Crooks on the roof. So we're gonna.
Okay, check this one out here. This is what I'm talking about when I say the forensics. Okay, and this is part of it. This is not the only one that I've seen, but let's just take a quick listen here.
That make a very distinct sound. Here's one with a very different crack in it. That's the 6th shot in the string, and then here we have the final last one, which I think is the sniper weapon, which is probably the one that put the bullet just over the left eye of Crooks on the roof. Echo, and a shot in an echo, and a shot.
Oh, hang on, I messed that up. Okay, what I want to say here is, oh, jeez, how did I do that? Hang on. Make it a little bit bigger here. Hang on. Okay, this is it here.
Here's one with a very different crack in it. That's the 6th shot in the string, and then here we have the final last one, which I think is the sniper weapon, which is probably the one that put the bullet just over the left eye of Crook.
Okay. So what we're looking at here is the very first bit here is 3 shots, apparently from the kid on the roof. Then you see, and they're fairly wide spaced because it's like bang, bang, bang. Okay, so that's what's right here in this first bubble. Then we have 5 shots by somebody else at a completely different location. Okay, right here. Then we have apparently another single shot right here, and another single shot right here, which is 15 seconds after the first shot over here. Okay, so if you can get the juxt of the timeline of what happened here. So now you've got 1 gun, 2 guns, potentially 3 guns, potentially 4 guns. Remember, you had a lot of police on site there. Nobody has come out and said, oh yeah, we talked to the cops and this guy shot his weapon, this guy shot his weapon, whatever. We don't have any information. So all we know is that there were 3 shots initially, and then a rapid succession of 5 shots that happened after that by somebody else at a completely different location. So just listen to this.
On the roof. So we're going to take a closer look at the blue, the red, the blacks here, and listen to these things. But once again, let's just listen very carefully, and we'll go back and forth until you're certain of this yourself. These video audio pieces are exactly pulled straight from the video itself. Nothing else. I haven't boosted any. I haven't done any filtering. Raw files, okay? Here's 1, 2, and 3 to start. Okay, listen to that again. Now let's listen to the next string. Ooh.
Which is these here.
Yeah. Hear that? So 6 sounds different to me, but here's a fun. Here's
you can actually see boom, 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 boom,
1, 2,
and then a boom.
3. Besides being muffled and further away, it doesn't have echoes. There we go. So this here is a shot. This is an echo. Very clearly an echo, and a shot in an echo, and a shot in an echo. So this is actually critical evidence because you hear that. There's echoes coming off. So that also allows us again to analyze where was this gun. But first up, we just have an absolutely different sound between the first three. There's no echo. It's much further away. It's more muffled. It's just not in the same place at all. But these next ones, very different.
Absolutely. You can hear the difference. Like he says, the first 3 shots are muffled, and you're not going to have the same gun sound different a second later. You know what I mean? So you've got 2 completely different guns there. But we believe that the first gun was the original shooter on top of the building. Who's the guy with the next 5 shots? Who knows?
Different sound. Totally different weapons. Okay, full stop. We have 2 separate weapons. Plus, we have no echoes coming off of the first 3, and then we do have echoes coming off of the next set. And that last one, that's different. That's not the sniper.
I wonder why you would be getting an echo off of one and not off of the other. Obviously, because the sound was able to be reflected off of something. So it'd be interesting to look close at those photos and see, is that water tower like more possible that something echoed from it as opposed to the first 3 shots?
Shot. The sniper shot is another 10 seconds later. Here's where it gets a little weirder. So what I've done, and this is, I've taken the first timeline. This is the video number 1's audio, and I've lined it up with video number 2's audio. You can see, so this is the supersonic crack. So that's the crack of the bullet arriving. And I've lined that up with what I did. I just shifted the timelines to line up with, this is the report of the gun. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gun plus the 6.
Okay, what he's doing here, now I know this because I've watched this before, but this little video doesn't show you. But he's got 2 audio tracks here. He's got this audio track on the top and the audio track on the bottom. This first track was from a microphone or a recording made right in front of Trump. The second one was made further back, further away from Trump, from that whole thing. Basically, you know, away, like more at the entrance of the whole event is where this one here was. So what he's doing is he's comparing the sound and the echoes from all of the shots that have happened from the one microphone and comparing that with another microphone. Okay, and he's seeing major differences here with some of the things. Check it out.
Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've lined up that first blast of the gun with the arrival of the bullet so that it should be consistent, because if you have the explosion, the arrival of it downstream, they ought to line up, right? The timings ought to be the same. So sure enough, shot 1, no problemo, lines up perfectly. This is an echo up top there. Here's the echo down here for shot 1. Shot 3, though, remember this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And then 6.
This one doesn't line up. This one is
Look at
actually, that. This shot happens about 0.03 seconds earlier. There's not alignment. It should be right under this peak, but it's not, which means the shot happened 0.03 seconds. It took 0.03 seconds longer for that bullet to get downstream, right? But it's further away. This implies the possibility that shots 1 and 2, those are fired by crooks, but somebody about 78 to 100 feet further away took shot 3. Then shots 4 and 5 line up again perfectly, but shot 6, hey, that's off the mark again by the same amount. And, there's not quite the echoes that are happening off of shot 3. We don't see the same. There should be an echo right here. There should be an echo.
So you see how he can substantiate that there's more than one shooter.
There were 2 weapons being
or more
fired.
than one people or person shooting.
From the first one. 1, 2, 3 are from weapon 1. Weapon 2 for sure is in a different spot, but there's a possibility because of those times of weapon 3. So it could be that 1, 2, 4, 5 were taken by crooks on the roof because he heard some stuff going on, decided to take his shots, but 3 and 6 were taken by somebody else another 100 feet away. Okay, so hypothesis. What do we have here?
100 feet. That's the important one. That's what I was...
maybe 3. Don't know.
Thinking of. Okay, so in other words, if they figure that the shots taken by the kid were a certain distance away, now all of a sudden they're having shots from somebody else that's a lot further away, then you got to be looking at that water tower, don't you? Like, what else is further away than the roof of the building that Crux was on, other than that water tower, right? Which the guy is saying, hey, that there was somebody that they saw going up there. There's a video that you saw with something going on there. There's something weird going on here.
The first 3 shots, I suspect, my hypothesis is they came from inside the building. All right? They were.
This is an interesting hypothesis. Do you hear that? Remember I said there was like 3 shots at the beginning, then there was like 6 shots, and then there was a single shot. So he's thinking that the first 3 shots weren't even from Crux, but were from somebody inside the building. That's interesting.
Roof. Open the window. Those shots came in from down below. Why do I think that? Because that ensures that the crack boom are consistent with the Patsy on the roof. The angles are the same. The crack boom isn't off. There's nothing to analyze, right? If those first 3 shots come out from below Crux, then it all lines up, right? And this aligns with what we have from video number 2's audio, where it's more distant, it's a muffled sound that would be more consistent with being inside. We don't have it's also the upward slope of that bullet, right? Now that begins to line up if it's true that that back victim was struck with bullet 1, and also all the lack of echoes. So everything's consistent with that hypothesis. Okay. In the second group of shots, I'm positive that 1, 2, 4, and 5, pretty sure those were fired by Crux. Lines up with everything, the echoes, and the snaps recorded downrange, all that. Now, shots 3 and 6
3 and 6, those are the ones that are further away.
Today,
he's coming up with different feet. I heard 100 feet. There he's got some different
the first 3
feet
shots
on there.
Further away.
But further away,
Weapons
definitely.
Fired the next 5 to 7 shots because they're muffled. The sonic cracks tell us that everything was
Oilers
fired
fan, what's happening?
Direction.
Good to see you there, Oilers fan.
They weren't taking out Crooks with these shots.
ACB in there, Nurse D in there.
Theory is 100% false.
Dr. Shiva.
And I can't be the only guy who's done this analysis. And how is it possible that we even had CNN saying, oh, experts tell us.
I really feel inclined to make this video. I really don't.
Oh, yeah. That was that part there. Yeah, so anyways, let me get back to this here. Okay, there we go. So there's a big lot of theory going on here. And really, right now, he's just hypothesizing. So he's looking at stuff. He's looking at echoes and coming up with how many different shooters there were. And that's kind of where we're at here right now. Until all of this stuff is analyzed and people can really start to configure exactly where those shots came from distance-wise and where they potentially might have been. Because I'm thinking that there might be more than one shooter involved. And the other thing is that the kid had apparently 3 encrypted accounts overseas. What that's all about, I don't know. Why would he be doing that? Who else was involved with him? They got to do some digging in there. Was anyone involved with him? It just seems too radical for a 20-year-old kid to pull off all by himself, doesn't it? And now that things are pointing to there being maybe somebody on top of that tower, what if the kid was shooting at Trump and the guy in the tower was shooting to take the kid out, right? So that he wouldn't talk. Well, he's not talking anyway. But, yeah, at the end of the day, I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, what else is failing here? My audio from there is not working. I wonder why. Okay, but anyways, that is my broadcast for today. I'm having a lot of audio difficulty, so I'm going to drop the stream here and see if I can figure out this more. Add another piece of software to make my setup more tensile than before, so that it will break more often. That's pretty bad that I fire this thing up here and then about every minute or so my audio drops out. And it makes it difficult to concentrate on what I want to bring up next here. But anyways, that's the scoop. Hopefully, sad to see number one, that anyone died there with the Trump incident there. And Trump is doing okay, which is a good thing. The other thing big is that Biden has dropped out. He's sent a letter out saying that he is dropping out, and we'll have to see. There's going to have to be a convention. The Democrats are going to have to elect somebody else, and we'll see what happens. But short of that, short of that, it's time to leave while I still have audio and while I'm still able to talk as I cough out of here. See you guys later. Thanks a lot for tuning in. This is the Tommy Temper Show. I'm Tommy Temper, and I'll just cough my way out of here. I feel like Biden. Bad case of something or other. See you later. Woohoo! Big ups, everyone. Thanks for coming in. I can't even end the frickin' show. That's how bad this is. Put on a little music and it craps out more than usual. Ms. Frosty, good to see you. Jim Nalgren, thanks for holding it up there. Giving us the info from your side of it there. Portland Scummy, good to see you. Penelope Peach, big ups to you. Good channel. Pulp Man, thanks a lot for buying that subscription to the channel. Appreciate the support from you. Hey, or at least somebody gave us some support here on the stream today. But we do appreciate everyone, and there are a lot of you over my streams, and as long as I get one donation or one person buying my membership or something, I'll do another stream. I promise. Okay. See you guys later. Take care. Stay out of trouble. And if you can't stay out of trouble, well, name it after me. Whoop, whoop. Thanks a lot for the 2 thumbs ups. Bye, everyone. I'm out of here. Before this thing craps out for good on me.